Have you ever walked into your living room and felt something was off? You can't exactly explain why, but it feels cluttered, messy, and even a little overwhelming. And here's the truth. After 60, your home often reflects your lifestyle, your habits, and even your health. Today I'll share the 6 biggest things that make your home look messy after 60. But here's the twist. Each one connects directly to your health, longevity, and energy levels. So if you want a home and a body that feels lighter, younger, and more vibrant, listen closely. And by the way, if sign number 3 feels true for you, write the number 3 in the comments below. I want to know how many of us struggle with it. Story hook. Meet Margaret and Frank. Margaret is 67. Her husband Frank is 70. They've lived in the same home for over 30 years. But one day, their granddaughter Lily came to visit and said something that hit Margaret like a thunderbolt. "Grandma, why does your house feel so crowded?" At first, Margaret laughed. But later that night, she looked around at the overflowing shelves, the dusty old boxes, and the unused exercise bike in the corner and realized Lily was right. What Margaret didn't know yet is this: a cluttered home often mirrors a cluttered body and mind. And once she started changing a few simple habits, something incredible happened. Her home looked fresher, her energy improved, and even her doctor noticed better numbers at her next checkup. Let's break down the 6 biggest things Margaret discovered and how fixing them can change your life too. 1. Holding on to too much stuff. Here's the first big culprit: unnecessary belongings. Research shows that after 60, people tend to accumulate an average of 30% more items than they actually need. Old clothes, kitchen gadgets, outdated furniture, these things silently pile up over decades. Margaret used to keep every souvenir, every receipt, and every broken appliance just in case. But what she didn't realize was that physical clutter creates mental clutter. Studies from Princeton University have shown that a messy environment can increase stress hormones like cortisol. Tip: start small. Pick one drawer, one shelf, or one corner of a room. If you haven't used it in the last 12 months, it's time to donate, recycle, or let it go. You'll be amazed at how freeing it feels, not just for your home, but for your mind. 2. Ignoring lighting and air quality. Frank always complained that the living room felt stuffy, but Margaret never paid much attention. Then one day, she learned from her doctor that air quality and natural light can affect your heart, lungs, and even your mood. After 60, our lungs naturally lose a bit of capacity, which means clean, fresh air becomes even more important. Dust, mold, and poor ventilation can also trigger allergies, fatigue, and headaches. Tip: open your windows for at least 15 minutes a day. Replace heavy curtains with lighter fabrics to let in natural sunlight. Add a few indoor plants. They not only freshen the air, but also improve mental health by lowering stress levels. Think of your home like your body. The cleaner it breathes, the healthier it feels.
3. Skipping daily movement. This one surprised Margaret the most. Her doctor told her, the clutter in your home isn't just in your closets, it's in your muscles too. After 60, many people naturally become less active, and unused muscles lead to stiffness, poor balance, and even slower metabolism. When you're less mobile, cleaning feels harder, organizing feels exhausting, and before you know it, your home starts falling into chaos. Tip: incorporate light movement into your daily routine. Walk around the block after breakfast. Do 10 minutes of gentle stretching each morning. Place frequently used items on higher shelves to encourage reaching and bending. Remember, you don't need a gym membership. Margaret started with 5 minutes of chair yoga while watching TV, and within a month, her energy returned. If you agree that movement is key, write number 3 in the comments so I know you're with me. 4. Neglecting nutrition and hydration. Frank always joked that coffee was his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But over time, both he and Margaret noticed they were constantly tired, foggy, and unmotivated. Here's why. Our bodies process nutrients differently after 60. Muscle mass naturally declines, metabolism slows, and dehydration becomes a hidden risk. In fact, studies from the Mayo Clinic show that even mild dehydration can affect focus and mood, and make you feel older than you are. Tip: drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. Prioritize protein at every meal: eggs, fish, beans, and lean meats. Add colorful vegetables to your plate. They're packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation and slow aging. Margaret started swapping sugary snacks for a handful of almonds and blueberries. Within weeks, she noticed clearer skin, better sleep, and improved energy, all from simple nutritional shifts. 5. Forgetting mental and emotional health. Here's something nobody talks about. A messy home is often a symptom of emotional clutter. Margaret realized she was holding on to objects from the past because they reminded her of better days. But those objects were also keeping her mentally stuck. Research from Harvard shows that loneliness and unmanaged stress accelerate aging more than smoking or lack of exercise. And here's the good news: staying mentally active and socially connected can add up to 7 extra years to your life. Tip: call a friend or family member every day, even if just for 5 minutes. Learn a new hobby: painting, gardening, or even light dancing. Practice mindfulness or breathing exercises to lower stress hormones. Margaret joined a small walking group in her neighborhood. Not only did her home get cleaner, her heart, mind, and social life did too.
6. Ignoring preventive health checkups. Frank used to avoid doctor visits, thinking, if I feel fine, I must be fine. But one skipped checkup led to a late discovery of high blood pressure. Preventative care becomes critical after 60. Regular screenings for cholesterol, blood sugar, bone density, and even hearing and vision can catch problems early before they affect your quality of life. Tip: schedule a full annual checkup and stick to it. Ask your doctor about recommended vaccines, especially for flu and pneumonia. Keep a small folder at home for your medical records to stay organized. When Frank started tracking his health metrics, he felt more in control. And surprisingly, even his energy levels improved. The transformation. 6 months later, Margaret and Frank's home looks different. The clutter is gone. Natural light fills the rooms. A few plants add life to their living space. But more importantly, they feel different. Margaret moves easier now. Frank sleeps better. Their minds feel sharper, their energy stronger, and their stress lower. Their home became a mirror of their health, and it all started with small, simple changes. Call to action. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 6 signs feels most true for your home and your life right now? Is it clutter, air quality, lack of movement, or maybe nutrition? Pick one number and write it in the comments below. Let's see which sign most people struggle with, and we'll make the next video based on that. And if you want more tips about healthy aging, fitness, and nutrition after 60, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Your best years are still ahead. Let's make them vibrant, healthy, and full of energy.